All right, what should you do when you fall off track? Maybe you skipped a meal, maybe you were in a tough situation, you ended up eating out. Like, what should you end up doing? You didn't plan for it, you weren't sure where to, how to track it. Maybe you forgot your phone and you ate something, or you forgot that you had something and you didn't track it. So, anyways, what should you do? The answer is really simple. You just get right back on track, okay? So let's say you forgot to track a meal, and it's sort of like, well, I didn't track that. I'll just, screw it. I'm not going to track the rest of the day, and I'm just going to give myself a break. Like, no, don't do that. That's not the routine that we're trying to get into. You have to be accurate. You have to be diligent with this. And if you just give up for a day or a weekend or something, it can turn into a week and a month, and then you're right back where you started. Okay, so if there's ever a day that you end up eating over, you end up having a binge eating session, something like that, end it. Once that's over, start the next day fresh. Start the next meal fresh. Track it, be accurate. And especially the next day, do not factor in any extra calories you may have had from a prior day. All right? Those do not factor in. You do not steal calories from a prior day to give yourself more the next day. And you also don't steal calories from your existing day because of extra ones you had a prior day. Okay? That day is done. You start a new day fresh. That meal is done, whatever it is. Start your next meal fresh. The sooner you can get back on track, the better. Okay? If there is ever an instance where maybe you put something into your dish already and you forgot to measure it, estimate how much you put in there, that one thing, overestimate a little bit, and then just move on. Like, don't over stress it, don't over worry about it, don't throw that whole bowl of food out because there was one little thing in there that didn't get tracked. This is also where having single ingredient foods is an advantage, because those are usually lower calorie foods. So like lettuce, let's say you just add lettuce to your taco bowl or something that you're making and you forget to track it. It's like, all right, if you put 100 grams of lettuce in your MyFitnessPal, you're probably overestimating how much you had, and it's really not going to be that much, calories. Chicken, let's say you put some in, you forgot to measure it, and yeah, you just overestimate that you had 150, or excuse me, chicken, let's say you put that in there and you forgot to measure it. You put in that you had 150 grams. Normally, that you measure out about 125 or something. So yeah, today you're just to be safe, you put in that you had 150. Move on, it's fine. Get back on track with that next meal, measuring everything. Okay, so if you go off track, the best thing you can do is simply get back on track, get measuring. Do not steal calories from a prior day. All you're doing there is stealing from Peter to pay Paul. It's not going to pan out well in the long term. Okay, so if you ever go off track, don't worry about it. Don't stress it. Just get back on track as soon as you can.